Sometimes, when witnessing greatness in the moment, you can easily take it for granted. And what has unfolded in front of our very eyes will go down in history forever. NAOYA INOUE and Terence "Bud" Crawford are simply the best out there, and undoubtedly generational talents. But which fighter deserves that #1 pound-for-pound status?
Crawford has made history!
Hello, fight fans, and welcome back to another Squared Circle TV video. Join us as we take a look at these two incredible warriors and how they both have done the unthinkable in the same week. NAOYA INOUE. On Tuesday, 25th of July, Stephen Fulton Jr. traveled across the world to Japan to put his unified super bantamweight titles on the line against a dangerous operator in the monster NAOYA INOUE. Fulton was clearly the best fighter in the 122-pound division, and no one looked like stopping. Boxing fans were divided, as they didn't know if Inoue was pushing above his weight going to take on the bigger, slicker boxer who was also undefeated. Fulton was put on the defensive from the start and was never able to gain Inoue's respect with effective offense. Not only did Inoue bloody the nose of Fulton in round 3, he simply broke down and beat up the unified champion at any distance, including chasing him down with 4 punch combinations while on the move. If Fulton had any chance of winning it, he was going to have to use his legs and ring IQ to outbox the massive puncher who is NAOYA INOUE, some fans and analysts said. Inoue was so comfortable that he took center ring and began to outbox the boxer. It was truly remarkable seeing the smaller man out jabbing and simply having his way with his opponent. Inoue began to change levels, stabbing Fulton to the body with a quick, firm jab. This really had Fulton hesitant, as the combinations were too sharp for him to deal with. Although Fulton hung tough throughout, the pressure finally broke him in round 8, as Inoue landed a vicious combination of a right hand and a winning left hook to drop him.
It's really hard to get in and out.
Right hand, oh, a huge right hand from the monster!
This left Fulton stretched out on the canvas, seeing stars. The American was definitely hurt, but showed a lot of heart and grit to get back up on his feet. Inoue saw his prey wounded and pounced immediately, going in for the kill. Inoue swarmed on him in the corner to drop him once more, forcing the referee Hector Afu to wave off the fight.
Up to the corner, here comes Inoue! That destructive, decisive power does it again! The monster! A 4-division world champion! Stamping in Tokyo!
Inoue was the favorite for this scrap, but the way he was able to nullify such a skilled, crafty opponent in Fulton was truly astonishing. Inoue is now a future Hall of Famer, being a 4-weight world champion, starting at light flyweight, going up to super bantamweight. Not to mention, he collected all of the belts at bantamweight, entering a prestigious list of fighters to become undisputed in the 4-belt era. There are very few complete fighters that have everything in their arsenal in the sport of boxing, but NAOYA INOUE is surely one of them. Does this merit the #1 spot in the sport though? Let us know in the comments below.
And now making his way to the ring from Omaha, Nebraska, Terence Crawford!
Terence Crawford. Just 4 days after the Inoue fight, 2 of the top 5 pound-for-pound fighters in Terence "Bud" Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. stepped into the squared circle to determine who would be the undisputed champion in the welterweight division. It was clear going into this fight that it was 50-50, but what we would see once the final bell rang, no one could fathom. It's rare to see 2 undefeated prime fighters go head-to-head in this day and age, so both guys received a lot of praise for making what was named the best fight in boxing happen. After years of talk and anticipation,
it's time to eat. It's time to eat. Showtime.
Terence Crawford battered, bludgeoned, and bruised Errol Spence Jr. Errol came out in the first round with a decent jab, keeping Crawford at bay, but it was clear Crawford was just downloading the data, as they say. After that, it was all she wrote, as Crawford scored a knockdown in the second round with a power jab.
To the head and the body, and there's a combination that drops Errol Spence for the first time in his career.
Errol showed true heart in that fight, as most say it should have been stopped 2 rounds earlier as his face didn't lie. It was swollen from absorbing so much heat from Terence. Bud would go on to drop Errol 3 times in the fight, showing his full dominance the whole night.
One of the most stupendous performances I have seen in a long, long time. And again, the counter! Just as Spence thought he landed a shot, he goes down for the second time of the fight!
His shot selection and combinations were truly a work of art, leaving the whole audience stunned. All in all, for a 50-50 scrap of an era fight, Terence was definitely levels above his counterpart Spence.
Oh, Spence goes down for the 3rd time! Right hook, the left, the right, Errol Spence on inline skates, and the referee has intervened. Terence Bud Crawford has made history!
Bud has now etched his name in the history books, becoming the first male to be undisputed in 2 different weight classes in the 4-belt era. He is without a doubt one of the greatest welterweights of all time, and it's safe to say, as the competition increases, so does his level. The comparisons just keep rising as some have asked the question, how would he fare in the ring with legend Floyd Money Mayweather in a fantasy fight? The sky's really the limit on where he could end up once he decides to hang up the gloves. Well, fight fans, we've reached the conclusion of this video. As good as Fulton is, and he is very good, Spence is better. And as impressive as Inoue was, and he was very impressive, it's hard to argue that Crawford was not more impressive in his complete dismantling of another elite pound-for-pound talent in Spence. But we'll leave it up to you guys to let us know who the king of boxing is right now. One thing is for sure, the trajectory these 2 warriors are on will stand the test of time. They are tried and battle-tested, and will be talked about for years to come. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What a year of boxing it's been. Hopefully the necessary parties involved can continue to help make the big fights, giving the fans what we all want. That's it, folks. See you in the next one.